Welcome back to Senior Care Today, Life Programs of Southwestern Pennsylvania. Bridget Hartnett is here to talk about day center activities and meals. Welcome to the show, Bridget. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
We've had some wonderful conversations all day long about the programs and how amazing they are. What is day center, though?
Sure. So it's one of the greatest benefits of the PACE program because what it does is it allows for everything to come together. So it's a location that the participants will go to that has all of their medical, social, interactive, any type of services that they may need from the program, they'll receive those there at that center.
So specifically,
Correct.
What can they get there?
So their therapy would be there, their nurses will be there. So if they needed something, if they came in and had a little bit of a cold, they could be addressed. They have activities there. We have meals there for them to have. There is a personal care area. So if at home somehow they can't get to their restroom the way that they used to and they need some extra support, they can have those done at the center.
Now, is this some place that they come to and stay, or do they, how does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Stay.
So what will happen is when you enroll in a life program, that will become your center. So that's like your new community. That's where you belong. Nobody stays at the centers. You go home every day. Our transportation will pick you up at your door, bring you to the center, and when it's time to return home, we'll bring you home. So you don't even have to worry about how to get there or how you're going to get home from there. So it's just a day program.
The transportation, and again, this is something that is, if you have a loved one, you get concerned about
Sure.
that kind of thing. And is that something that people don't have to worry about? These are trained and, licensed people that you can feel comfortable that your loved one is getting
Right.
to and from that center if need be.
So the drivers get to know really the participants very well because those routes don't change necessarily. New people get on them, but pretty much you have the same driver every day. So when the driver pulls up, you say, "Hey Joe, how are you this morning?" He gets to know you. They meet you at the door, help you from your door. It's not like that you have to be waiting on a corner anywhere. And some of the other public transportation programs that are out there for seniors, you have to wait. You get on a waiting line, you call in. That's not the case. This is all set up for you from your center. So if they know that you're going to be picked up at 9:30, that's pretty consistent every day.
What are some of the activities? You mentioned activities during the day.
So we have recreational therapists that are there at the center, and so they'll look at not only just things that you might enjoy doing, but things that will actually benefit you from your functional level. So if you were somebody who used to play cards or you used to go to a knitting circle or something, we can get that going for you there at the center, which is really nice. A lot of times the participants come in and they have their own interests, so they sort of start an entire program on their own. So it doesn't have to be structured from us. It's just that we do put things in place. We have a calendar that comes out every month, and that allows you to kind of anticipate what's going to be going on.
So if somebody says, you know what, I want to play, bingo or whatever, something that maybe you don't have organized or whatever, you will be able to accommodate them.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
This is we try to look at this as sort of their home away. They're allowed to do things. They move freely around the centers. There's not a lot of scheduling that happens so that people can kind of do what they choose to do. If they want to play bingo, then maybe the doctor waits that day until they're ready to come see them.
Is this something that you have to attend? I mean, once you're with that
most people, what we look at is what the need is for that particular person. So some people need to come in more frequently, and then other people don't need to come in as frequently. So that's something that when you join the program, your team will work with you and make a determination what's best. And a lot of times what happens is people get very isolated out in the community. They're living in a senior high-rise, but maybe they're in their apartment more than they're out of their apartment. Plus, functionally, I think it's harder and harder for people to get out to do things that they used to. So by coming into the program, you really do kind of open up your life to something. And so I think that people realize after they've been there for a while that it really is a positive thing.
What about some other benefits? You just mentioned a couple.
Sure. Well, and the other I was thinking about was the caregivers. By coming into the center, you're not concerned then, is your mom getting fed today? Did she get up this morning? How's she doing? Is her leg still bothering her? She's in the center with us, and we're able to address those things immediately if they need to be addressed. And it just takes a burden off of those people who are caring for them in the community. Our goal is that they stay in their own homes. So we want to help them age in that place and not have to, uproot themselves at the end of time when they get to that point.
What is so different about the programs you have? If you had to sum it up, what would you say?
You know, I think it is about relationship. You know, this is not the kind of program that you would necessarily go into and just see somebody once in a while. You're not going to have different people coming in and out of your life. Your nurse will be your nurse, and you'll get to know them really intimately, and they'll know about your family and your children. So I think the relationship piece about it is very important. And I think that just the fact that, you know, you're not funneled into a certain thing. You're able to do what you want to do, and it's a little bit more flexible there. So it's a great idea.
Again, wonderful, wonderful facilities and a great idea. And hopefully people are finding out about it today. Thanks so much, Bridget. Up next, we're going to talk to Amy Frillo Olson, who will talk about physical, occupational, and nutritional therapies for senior care. It's all coming up next when Senior Care Today continues.